again. Welcome to the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena on the campus of Plattsburgh State for Section 7 semifinal hockey. The winner of this game moves on to the Section 7 Hockey Championship. Tonight's contest, Beekmantown Central School against Plattsburgh High School. I'm Foxy Gagnon. Joining me on camera is Mark Tiver. Jacqueline Harding is our technical advisor. Plattsburgh High School, a record of 12 wins, 9 losses, 3 ties overall on the season. 5-3-2 in the CVAC. Beekmantown Central, 19-6 overall, a 6-4 record in the CVAC. Beekmantown is coached by Bill Bayshard and assisted by Jason Crippen. Plattsburgh High School, in his first year as the head coach of the Hornets, Jamie Reedy, and he's assisted by Jamie Lattenville. Our thanks to Fred and Marion Palmer. Their son is on the Beekmantown Central team. Brett Palmer, number 2, the junior forward. Our thanks to the Palmer family for their support of North Country Cable and of the Beekmantown Central Hockey. It's semifinal Section 7 hockey, Plattsburgh versus Beekmantown. Beekmantown in the red, the gray numerals lined in white. Plattsburgh in the black, the orange numerals lined in white. Starting for the Hornets, number 2, Ricky Hammock. 4, Jared Murphy. 17, Justin Hart. 19, Joe Toloski. 28, Russell Merrill. And in goal, Brandon Bayshard, the freshman goalkeeper. For Beekmantown, number 2, Brett Palmer. Number 4, Kyle Matthew. Whoa, through the crease there on a Hornet shot. The freshman, Jordan Barrier, number 7. Number 15, Frank Buxa. And number 16, Jason Baker. In net, Brandon Foster, the junior, for Beekmantown. Barrier off the boards, picked up by Plattsburgh. Around the boards, the Hornets send one in from just inside the blue line. Sent in by Kyle Maggie. Nice centering pass, then popped up in the air, gloved by Baker. And again from the blue line and around the boards from Kyle Maggie of Plattsburgh. Picked up on our near side, the 12 is C.J. Worley. Plattsburgh keeping it in the Beekmantown zone. Eagles try to clear it into the neutral zone, picked up by Plattsburgh, the 23, Zach Klodko sends one just wide of Foster. And the puck into the Beekmantown bench, picked up by the veteran coach, Billy Bayshard. 13:15 to go in the first period. The officials, Mike Legree and Tim, you can call him Denny, Laporte. Plattsburgh on the move with Beatrice. Pete Beatrice, who is a freshman. And then for Beekmantown, it's Buxa. Behind the Beekmantown net, picked up, that might be 10 Peterson. Some of the Beekmantown numbers, they have like a script numbers, and some of them a little hard to decipher. That one off a back post and in front. Foster with the stop on the hook around from Brett Berto. In the press box, Paul Boyer, Steve Chris, and Laura Merrill share the PA announcing and musical duties. Tim Leary is one of the men in the press box, in the penalty box. Not sure who the other one is. For Beekmantown, Palmer picks it up. That's either 16 or 10, I can't tell. Maybe Jacqueline can help me figure out what that number is on the back of that guy. 16 or 10. Kyle Matthew, number 4. Palmer quick to get to it. Sends it over to Matthew. Battle for the puck in the corner. For Plattsburgh, Hart is the 17. Hart along with Matthew. Matthew kicks it away. Eagles looking for something.
16.
That's a 16. Okay, thanks. The 16 would be Baker. Picked up. This is 18 is Dino, Jordan Deno. Is it Deno or Dino, I wonder? Is that Jordan Deno or Dino? Dino, thank you. There's a young lady to my right in the press box. Her dad is videotaping and doing some play-by-play of his own. And she helped me out with the pronunciation. And we have a whistle. Not a penalty. I don't see the penalty call. Mike Legree points the spot for the face-off right in front of us. Mark Differ will have the zoom lens cooking here. It's Seamus Foster for Beekmantown and Plattsburgh's Jordan Conroy. Won by Beekmantown and sent in by Buxa. Picked up behind the Eagles net by Clodgo. Sent in by the Hornets and icing. Will face off all the way back down ice. Not a huge crowd here, but a nice crowd at the remodeled Stafford Ice Arena. High school hockey at its best. Two teams with excellent winning seasons. It's been a while since Plattsburgh has been in a semifinal game, I'm sure. Foster for Beekmantown. And he'll try to reset the offense, sends it in. A shot on from Nate Racine. Racine scrambles after it. Foster dug it out and a stick save by Bayshard. Plattsburgh couldn't clear it, kicked around, and then poked away by Plattsburgh's Ryan Lattenville. Hornets on the move, sent in. There were two Eagles back. We played 5 minutes of hockey. We are scoreless. Plattsburgh defended that one nicely. Ricky Hammett. Tied up in the corner, dug out Plattsburgh. Sent across ice. The 5 for Plattsburgh will be Brendan Courtwright. Then the 13 is Pete Beatrice. Eagles bring it back, stopped by Plattsburgh. Beatrice. Brandon Foster in the nets for Beekmantown. Not too many shots on. Nice shot on there. Off the stick of Jared Murphy. Plattsburgh with 4 shots on Brandon Foster. And he's made the stops. Plattsburgh testing Foster a few times, and the Eagles have tested Bayshard just once thus far. 8:53 to go, first period. Mike Legree and Denny Laporte, or Tim Laporte, if you will, the officials. Palmer Palmer, the strong move, and lost the puck. But that's a call, a penalty on Plattsburgh. First penalty, Plattsburgh High School. And that will send Justin Hart, the senior, to the penalty box. For a minute and a half, a minute 30 penalty. The officials over to the Plattsburgh bench. Coaches in disagreement with the call and talked it over briefly. Face off to Bayshard's left. Barrier, again Barrier, just a freshman, brings it to set up the power play. Barrier, nice shot on, just wide right. Holding was the call.
15 seconds. That's Hart for holding at 6:15.
Oh, a chance for Beekmantown here. And stopped by Bayshard. And somebody's got a broken stick. Plattsburgh with a broken stick. They'll get a new one. And official agree, picking up the pieces. And we've got another Plattsburgh penalty? Whoa, Plattsburgh setting the table for Beekmantown. Another one in the penalty box. First Hart, I didn't see the number. It's number 8 or 9. What do we got? 9 would be Latinville. Waiting for the call, but now the Hornets down 2 men for the next 44 seconds. And then they'll still have a 46-second power play. A little bit of extra hold up here. I'm not sure what that's about. We want to play.
A minute 30 for playing with a broken stick. Time of the penalty, 7 minutes.
A very unusual call, playing with a broken stick. A broken stick, if your stick gets broken, I guess you have to just drop it or not use it. So Latinville called. Whoa, shot right on. Eagles right there, cleared by Plattsburgh. Eagles keep the pressure on. Barrier, and in! It's in, it wasn't a deflection. Barrier, maybe the deflection to Matthew. 7:34, the Eagles go up 1-0 on the power play. So the penalties prove costly for Plattsburgh. Power play goal. We'll see if there was a deflection by Matthew. And at 7:34 remaining, it is Beekmantown 1, Plattsburgh 0 in this semifinal game. Section 7 semifinals. Pass from
Scored by number 7, Jordan Barrier. Assisted by number 15, Frank Buxa. And by number 2, Brett Palmer.
Buxa and Palmer the assist, Barrier the score.
Buxa and Palmer at 7:26.
At 7:26, 7:34 remaining. Right about at the midway point of the first period, Eagles 1, Hornets the goose egg. Matthew, and Bayshard lays on it. And a punch thrown by Matthew. Something should happen there. There was a little bit of shoving, but then a punch thrown by Matthew. And Matthew pleading his case, which is ridiculous. He threw the punch. So the first Beekmantown penalty, not what you want to do. You go up 1-0 on a power play, and then you say, let's give BHS a power play.
Eagles penalty number 4, Kyle Matsu. A minute 30 for roughing.
It's called roughing. I tell it like it is. It was punching.
At 8:21.
6:20 to play in the first period. In a power play for Plattsburgh. And they'll test Foster. Foster sliding in through the crease, keeping an eye on things, bounding in front. Picked up by Conroy. Conroy and Clodgo, and that shot on, knocked away and out of play off the stick of Lattonville. 51 seconds remaining in the Hornets power play. We'll have a face-off to Foster's left. Official Laporte will drop the puck. Face-off won by Plattsburgh. Clodgo sends it around the boards. And then stopped at the blue line by Plattsburgh's Merrill. Clodgo and Merrill. And Conroy and Merrill. Merrill from in front of the blue line, wide right. Clodgo picks it up. 18 seconds remaining in the Hornet power play. And sent in by the Eagles. And 5 seconds, so the Eagles kill the penalty. Minutes to play first period. Mark Differ on camera. Foster gets to it. Nice move, Foster. And then Palmer. Palmer tried to center it. Barrier picks it up. Sent to Palmer. Palmer was knocked down, lost his footing, picked up by Plattsburgh's Hammock. Hammock skates around. 25 would be Berto. Hammock. Barrier there for the Eagles to drop it back. 4:10 to play. Line change for the Hornets. Jason Baker with the nice skate. And then picked up Peterson on the far side. 3:47 remaining. Just the barrier goal in the game midway through the first period. Barrier on a dandy shot, assisted by Buxa and Palmer. Plattsburgh wins the face-off. Murphy a 2-on-1. Loose in front of the net. Foster able to stop it. Shots even at 4. The Hornets started out a 4-1 advantage. Since then, the Eagles have stepped up the pressure and they scored their goal. Shots on goal say 4-4. Mark Differ on camera disagrees. He's got the camera in one hand, the calculator in the other. Oh, it's now 5 on, and that will be 6 on. Plattsburgh now 6 shots on goal. Beekmantown 4. Hornets looking for something in the final 3:20 of the first period. Eagles up 1-0. And icing at 3:05. Centering pass, but nobody there for Plattsburgh. Picked up by Kyle Maggie of the Hornets. And then it's court right. Intercepted. Interception from Ben Trombley, the 14. Plattsburgh has 2.5 to tie it. Court right. That one to the left. And, whoa, a little bit of banging going on. Kyle Maggie's going to catch a penalty. Well, into the box goes Courtright, Brendan Courtright, and into the box goes the Eagles' Ben Trombley. So they each take a seat. And then, for adding to the action, Kyle Maggie goes to the penalty box. Nope, they're going to let him go. They're going to let him go. He gets a slap on the wrist. Third Plattsburgh penalty, second Eagle penalty. The officials taking control early as they should. 2:22 remaining in the first period. And, whoa, they're letting Trombley out of the box. Trombley thought he was penalized, and the Beekmantown boys who are behind the Beekmantown bench all happy that Trombley can sing "Free at Last, Free at Last. Thank God Almighty, I am free at last." He only spent like 20 unofficial seconds in the penalty box. We have a little team meeting here going on.
Plattsburgh penalty to number 5, Brendan Courtright. 1:30 for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 12 minutes, 38 seconds.
High sticking on Courtright, and that's the only penalty called. The other little roughness went by the boards. But they better be careful. I don't want any fights here in a high school event, or we're packing up our cameras and going home. If I want to watch fights, I'll go to the local bar. Right? I'm not going to some high school event to see a fight. I could be home watching Andy Griffith reruns, you know. I came to watch hockey. 1-0 Eagles. A minute 35. Nice stop, Bayshard. A minute 31 on the game clock. 39 seconds remaining in the Beekmantown penalty. Quite the selection of music that they have during our little interludes. We had Kid Rock a moment ago. Now we got Johnny Cash. A good selection of music. I'm going to be rocking and rolling up here in the press box. Foster drops it for Palmer. Look out. Palmer, a good shot on. Matthew gets to it. Eagles set up a power play and sent down ice by Plattsburgh.
1 minute remaining in the first period, 1 minute.
That was sent down ice by Berto. A 3-on-2. What a glove save, Bayshard! Bayshard stuck a fork in it. Whoa, that was half by him. That was half by him. He whipped out that left mitt. Whoa. He grabbed onto that one. He stuck a fork in it. That was halfway in. That was as good as in. The scorekeeper had his finger on the 2 on the scoreboard clock, ready to hit the second goal. 37 seconds left in the first period. Plattsburgh, and that one sticked away and over the boards. We'll have a face-off with 32.8 seconds. I'm Foxy Gagnon, Mark Tiffer on camera. We are North Country Cable Network, a tip of our cap to the Palmer family. Fred and Marion Palmer and their family for their support of Beekmantown Central Hockey and of North Country Cable Network. Now we got a little bit of that Jump Around song by House of Pain. I know who does Jump Around. Jump Around. House of Pain. I know my music. Plattsburgh looking for the wraparound, then the centering pass. Nobody could make contact with it, and the Eagles skated down ice. Oh, nice job. Oh, nice job off the pads of Bayshard. Hard working there, Nate Racine. I know Nate Racine. And that ends the first period. An exciting one, a good one, a rough one. After one, the Palmer family scoreboard has Beekmantown 1 and Plattsburgh 0. Second set of 15 minutes of hockey. Section 7 semifinals. Beekmantown Central in the red, Plattsburgh High School in the black. Palmer up ahead, knocked in the neutral zone by Plattsburgh. Palmer almost whiffed on it. Picked up at the blue line. Picked up by Baker. Palmer. Only score a barrier goal at the 7:26 mark. Barrier from Buxa and Palmer. Beekmantown the 1-0 lead. There is Barrier getting to it, and then Matthew. 5 penalties in the first period, 3 on Plattsburgh, 2 on Beekmantown. Matthew and Hammock in a little bit of a tussle. Kicked away by Hammock. Beekmantown shot loose in front. Finally, the Hornets able to clear it. And icing on Plattsburgh. It'll bring the ice back, or the puck back to the Plattsburgh zone. 17 for Beekmantown would be Ethan Waite, the junior forward. 32 would be the junior forward Seamus Foster. A little bit of Chubby Checker going on the music system. We like Chubby. Conroy quick to get to it, tried to center it. Who's in front? Bodies fall. Eagles clear it. Foster to Waite. first period, Beekmantown 9 shots on goal, Plattsburgh 7. Plattsburgh jumped out to the 4-1 edge, and then Beekmantown stepped up the pace. The officials, LaGree and Laporte. They are doing great. Around the ice, around the boards, I meant. Plattsburgh trying to get the pressure on and get something, get a shot on. Well, that will be a penalty. A hard hit. Worse for wear is Merrill. Oh, it's not even a penalty. Wow. I would have had a penalty on that hit. Mark Donnelly, the athletic trainer for Plattsburgh High School, is here. 2-on-2 for Plattsburgh. Merrill lost it off his stick, defended by Peterson. Pops off the back of the net, hard hit into the boards. Beekmantown able to clear it. Matthew. Deschard in net for Plattsburgh. And Brandon Foster for Beekmantown. On the defense for the Eagles, Jordan Barrier, helping out goalie Foster. 10:32 to go in the second period. Plattsburgh still looking at the goose egg on their side of the scoreboard. Eagles have won. The best record in the CVAC belonged to Northeastern Clinton Central at 7-1 with 2 ties. The Eagles earn their way to the semifinal contest by beating Lake Placid 3-1. Lake Placid at the bottom of the standings in the CVAC with just 1 win all season, but they made Beekmantown work for it. Beekmantown scored 2 goals in the first period against Lake Placid. Matthew and Buxa with the scores from Racine and Baker respectively. No scoring in the second period in the Eagles-Lake Placid encounter. That one through the crease. And in the third period, Palmer scored the third goal after Lake Placid had cut it to 2-1. Palmer put the icing on the cake from Matthew and Foster. Mark Tiffer on camera. I'm Foxy Gagnon. We are North Country Cable Network. Oh! Brendan Courtwright did everything right. And he was 4 feet away and he whiffed on it. Oh, Courtwright with a left-handed slap to the head of Waite and got away with it. 6:35 to play in the second period. Shot on and a pad save on the shot by Nate Racine. Nate Racine, the scoring machine. Plattsburgh looking for something, looking for the tie. Oh, just skipped past Foster. On the shot by Maggie. Racine brings it back. Then he wants another try out and in! Kyle Maggie! Kyle Maggie didn't do it the first time, but seconds later he brought it down ice, got it through the legs of Foster. Kyle Maggie with 7:45 to play in the second, ties it at 1. Maggie! And the goose egg is off the scoreboard. Couple of Hornet athletes almost did cartwheels out onto the ice. I'm talking about Ross the Boss Robertson and Brian the Man, the Myth, the Legend Marlowe. That was pure determination on the part of Maggie. I'm not sure that there will be an assist. And now we're tied at 1 in the second period. The 12 is CJ Worley. '14 would be Trombley. In the corner, the 16 is Jason Baker, the hat trick maker. Shot on is good! Shot from the blue line! Plattsburgh scores! Beatrice, the freshman! No, let's see, the 23! It's Klodko, the senior, the junior! Zach Klodko! Back-to-back goals, Plattsburgh! Hornets lead it 2-1! Just 50 seconds after the Maggie goal, Klodko nets it from the blue line, and the Hornets lead it 2-1. That puck into the stands, a souvenir for some young fan. And he generously tosses it back to the penalty box guy, the one that we don't know what his name is. I asked everybody.
Scored by number 7, Kyle Maggie. Assisted by number 28, Russell Nero.
Nero gets the assist on the Maggie score.
That's Maggie for Nero at 7:15. 22nd goal, scored by number 23, Zach Klodko. That goal was unassisted at 8:05.
Unassisted on the Zach Klodko goal at the 8:05 mark. 6:28 to go in a quick second period. If you're not on camera. Mark Tiffer. What would I do without Tiffer, huh? What would I do without Mark Tiffer? Of course, that's of Tiffer Productions. Are you looking for a CVAC cheerleading tape? Tiffer Productions. Before you know it, they'll be listed in those yellow pages there. You'll go down, you know, video production. have a penalty. Plattsburgh penalty. Quickly over to the box is Ricky Hammock. That will be interference. A minute 30 penalty. Hammock, Plattsburgh interference. It's Plattsburgh 2, Beekmantown 1, 6:16 to play in what you call the second period. That one straight on.
Plattsburgh penalty number 2, Ricky Hammock. A minute 30 for interference.
This will be
8 minutes 44 seconds.
Eagles power play. They're going to set it up with the 15 of Buxa, the 32 of Foster, Matthew number 4 in front of the net, the 2 of Palmer. Palmer will be hounded by Plattsburgh's Klodgo. Right there and into the chest of Bayshard off the stick of Seamus Foster. 54 seconds in the penalty. Oh, here's a good song they're playing here. Whoops. Oh, we didn't get much of that. This is like Name That Tune, though. They only play like about 5 seconds of a song. You gotta try to guess what it is. Through the crease. And all the way down ice. That'll burn some seconds on the Plattsburgh penalty. Jordan Barrier, and now Seamus Foster sends it up. Palmer there. Palmer gets past. Palmer sticked away. Bayshard loose in front. Also on the defense, Plattsburgh, Hart. Right in front, testing Bayshard. Kept in by the Eagles. Foster, and it's in! It got past Foster on the power play. Got it past Bayshard. Oh, he had to slam and jam that one in. I don't know how he got through Bayshard. It's tied at 2. Seamus Foster. Oh my. First period, just 1 goal, a Beekmantown goal. This one, 3 goals, 2 Plattsburgh, and now the Eagles answer back. Buxa and Palmer team up for their second assists. And they test Bayshard again. We're even shots on goal, even at 15 in the game. We're going to have a retaliation penalty on Beekmantown coming up. Penalty on Beekmantown. It'll be Ethan Waite for retaliation on Hammock. I believe it was on Hammock. No, I guess not. Well, I miscalled that one. Stick save Bayshard. 17 shots on goal now for the Eagles, 15 Plattsburgh. We're tied at 2, and it's the final 3:40 of the second period. Beekmantown continues to pepper the Hornets and Bayshard. We're tied at 2. Oh, what a deflection! The Hornets almost had one. Heads up play, Plattsburgh started. Whoa. Started with Merrill, and the deflection right to the stick of Toloski. Final 3 minutes. Merrill save Foster. Brandon Foster there for the Eagles. 2:52 to play in the second period. Lattonville gave it the try. 2:20 to go in the second period. Conroy. Plattsburgh stepping up the pressure now. Plattsburgh keeps it in. Tied at 2. Face off to the left of Foster, won by Beekmantown. Dino. And now Ben Trombley. Plattsburgh back, it's Hart. Hart picks it up. Into the neutral zone and skips past Merrill. Around the board sent by Murphy. Other side Hart. Merrill. Merrill behind the Beekmantown net. Merrill centers it. Couldn't quite get it to Murphy. Breakaway. Trombley with the try. 1 minute to play in the second. Merrill. Foster way up on top of the net for that one. Way out front. Sent right back around the boards. Chance for the Eagles. Hornets defense stymies that one. Merrill again. Puts the brakes on. Nice pass to Conroy. Hammock there. Sends it around. Merrill couldn't stop it. Conroy. Kept in. Oh, just wide on the try by Lattonville. Final 10 seconds and we have icing. We played 2 periods. 30 minutes of hockey, and the game is undecided at this point. The Fred and Marion Palmer family scoreboard is Beekmantown 2, Plattsburgh 2. Just underway in the third period, and we had a correction between periods on the goal by Zach Klodjko for Plattsburgh. Plattsburgh's second goal, originally called unassisted. They have given an assist to C.J. Worley. So to recap the first 2 periods, Beekmantown scored first, 7:26 mark, with a goal by Jordan Barrier, assisted by Frank Buxa and Brett Palmer. And that was it. After 1, Beekmantown 1, Plattsburgh 0. Plattsburgh tied it with a Kyle Maggie goal assisted by Russell Merrill at the 7:15 mark. of the second period. And then 50 seconds later, Zach Klodzko put the Hornets ahead 2-1, assisted by Worley. And then, about 2 minutes later, Beekmantown tied it at 2. Seamus Foster assisted again, the assist to Buxa and Palmer. So after 2, it is 2-2. Bill Bayshard coaches Beekmantown Central, assisted by Jason Crippen, and Jamie Reedy coaches Plattsburgh, assisted by Jamie Lattenville. Pressure on and the Hornets score! I think Beatrice got it. We'll see. I called Beatrice once before. We'll see who got it. Oh boy, I don't know. We'll see. Let the Hornets go up quickly in the third period, putting pressure on Beekmantown, just 1:31 in. It is Plattsburgh up 3-2. Just what the Eagles didn't want to happen. Hornets come out of the locker room and boom, score quickly, and then another shot on. We'll get the announcement. Steve Chris and Laura Merrill are the PA announcers. We are at the Stafford Ice Arena on the campus of Plattsburgh State Section 7 semifinal hockey. Nice try, Beatrice. Still waiting for the call on the goal.
Plattsburgh High School goal scored by number 25, Brett Berto.
Brett Berto got it. Brett Berto the score. Beatrice with the assist.
Time of the goal, 1 minute 31 seconds. That's Brett Berto.
Brett Berto puts Plattsburgh up 3-2.
One of the third period.
So Plattsburgh 1 up in the semifinal game. The winner in this one goes to the championship game. There is a possibility, depending on the whereabouts of the contest, there's a possibility that we'll be able to cover that game. Saranac plays Northeastern, I think it is. Saranac or Northeastern will play in the finals against the winner of this one. Hard hit, hard check into the boards, Lattenville on Beekmantown. Trombley taking a couple hits. There was a follow-up from Hart. It's been an aggressive game. I credit the officials for taking charge early because about midway, right open and a score! Plattsburgh scores! They brought the puck around the net, got it in front, the puck stayed loose, and Plattsburgh is up 4-2. Don't ask me who got it. There were 4 Hornets in front of the net. Just 2 minutes and 11 seconds after the previous goal. Plattsburgh is up 4-2. And they want more. They want more. Conroy. Foster on the defense.
Plattsburgh Hornets goal scored by number 12, C.J.
C.J. Worley. assists on the whirly goal.
That's C.J. Worley from Ryan Lander.
So Plattsburgh High School, 2 quick goals coming out of the locker room into the third period. 2 quick ones. They are up 4-2. Now, will 4 goals be enough to send them to the championship game? Pressure on the Eagles offense. Still plenty of time, 10 minutes, but you can bet they'll start watching the clock. In front, another Plattsburgh goal! Another one! Beatrice! I've called him twice tonight and I was wrong. I'm right on this one, or else I'll run out on the ice in my shorts. I'm right on this one. It's 5-2. Plattsburgh goals tonight. Maggie, Klodgo, Berto, Worley, and Beatrice. Everybody taking a turn. 5-2 Plattsburgh, and the Eagles have to feel a little shell-shocked, and timeout called by Coach Bayshard. He's taking a timeout to talk to his boys. He's coming out on the ice. The Hornet fans are cheering. We have 10:03 to play. We'll get Beatrice gets the goal, so I don't have to run on the ice in my shorts. And the Bobby Rushlow,
4 minutes, 57 seconds.
Bob Rushlow with the assist. And at 10:03 of the third period, the Palmer family scoreboard has Hornets 5, Eagles 2. Plattsburgh shot on, cleared by the Eagles. The Eagles have some work to do. 3 goals needed within 10 minutes. Here's one. Oh, almost. The hard shot off the stick of Racine. Brandon Bayshard in goal for Plattsburgh. He surrendered one early. He surrendered one late in the second period. A good-sized crowd here, especially of students from Beekmantown and from Plattsburgh. The school's well represented, and then all the moms and dads and grandpas and grandmas and uncles and aunts that are here. North Country Cable Network, happy to be here. Mark Tiffer on camera. I'm Foxy Gagnon. We are North Country Cable Network. Jacqueline Harding is our technical advisor. We couldn't do it without her. Quads go. And that one went up behind the Plattsburgh bench. Jamie Lattenville dug it out. Plattsburgh High School, the only school in New York State hockey, the only school with both coaches' first names Jamie. Plattsburgh, the big advantage now for shots on goal, 25-18. We were tied at 2 after 2. But what a difference in the third period. 3 Plattsburgh scores. Beekmantown needs something. Oh, just past Bayshard. Quick to get to it was Seamus Foster. Palmer centered it to Foster, and he was wide. He got it too far to the left of Bayshard. Picked up by Plattsburgh's Worley. Back for Beekmantown is Shane Peterson. Foster, but he got turned around. Foster's still in the middle of it. Couple of hits. The boys are distributing some hits. 7:45 to play. Plattsburgh with a 3-goal advantage. They give it away to Foster. He tried to get the top corner of the net over Bayshard's right shoulder, but he was a little high, a little wide. I'll tell you, I like that wide variety of music here. I haven't heard Who Let the Dogs Out since back in '91. All they need is, we haven't heard the Macarena yet. We are at the midway point of the third period. It's been all Plattsburgh. Oh, right behind it! Oh, it was lingering. It was waiting. It was begging to be tipped. Plattsburgh keeps the pressure on. Foster wasn't sure where it was, and it stayed in the crease. Dumped in, line change, Eagles. Under 7 minutes now. The Eagles need 3. Taken away by Hammock. Racine's pocket got picked. Racine picks it up at the blue line, sends it around. Only one there is Plattsburgh's Maggie. Conroy for the Hornets. Conroy, and just glance the stick of Latinville. It rolls to Foster in the net. A penalty-free third period. The refs did a great job. I started to say this earlier. 5 penalties in the first period. The refs did a great job of controlling the game early. Things settled down. 1 penalty in the second period, none thus far in the third. Credit the officials, Denny Laporte and Mike Legree. Plattsburgh happy to just send it in. 5:13 remaining. Eagles need 3 goals. Remember, I said this to you 5 minutes ago. The Eagles needed 3 with 10 minutes to play. They need 3 with 5:13 to play. Plattsburgh sitting on the doorstep of the championship game. Can they get in? The Eagles need a rush at the net. The Eagles need 3 goals. I'd like to see who did that nice job in front of the net. Is that the 18 Plattsburgh? Would be A.J. Gordon. Bodies fall. And if you're Plattsburgh, you don't want to have a penalty. You don't want to be too aggressive. You're just going to play solid hockey. You're up with the cushion, and you don't want to give a power play to the Eagles to get them rolling. 4.5 to play in the contest. Eagles with no time to waste. Here comes Beekmantown. The pass just ahead of Palmer. Picked up Plattsburgh. Conroy skates it in. Kick save Foster. Shot on and stopped by Foster. We have 4 minutes to play. Covered by Brandon Foster. Plattsburgh, 30 shots on goal for Plattsburgh High School. And 5 have found the back of the net. 18 shots by Beekmantown. Now, half of those were in the first period. They had 9 in the first period. So, through more than 1.5, they have 9 since then. Right in front, Beatrice. Plattsburgh back, and it's Maggie. Bounces to the corner, and icing. 3:34 to go. Some of the PHS girls over there are dancing to this song. They like this one, that Cassone girl and LaRue girl and Amy Karen and Brittany Bacali on the volleyball team. We saw Courtney Hemingway earlier tonight. She came up and visited us in the press box, part of the Section 7 Class B champion Plattsburgh High School volleyball team. 3:15 to play in the contest. We saw both athletic directors here tonight, Joe Staves of Plattsburgh High School and Ed Cook of Beekmantown Central. They were in attendance. Little wrestling match now in the corner. And a stick goes. And official Legree watched Dino knock down one Hornet. No call. Wow. I don't know how you can't have a call on that, but I'm not a hockey official. And 2 minutes left in the game. The Eagles running out of time. Plattsburgh can almost play keep away at this point. Here's a shot, chance, nice one. Oh, and they shot it too high. The pass from Jordan Barrier to Seamus Foster. And major penalty, ejection, I think. Kyle Matthew upset over the penalty and then drew further penalties. So, and that's something you don't want. You're down 5-2. It just makes your team look bad, and you don't want to do that. It's not the proper time. You got to keep your head. It's high school sports.
Beekmantown penalty number 4, Kyle Matthew, a minute 30 for interference. Beekmantown penalty also on number 4, Kyle Matthew, a minute 30 for unsportsmanlike conduct.
So double penalties on Matthew. Interference for the first penalty, and then unsportsmanlike conduct for Matthew for the second penalty. And Matthew is still arguing his case in the penalty box. Official Legree trying to talk some sense into him, but he's telling the official what for. And well, I suppose in high school sports it's changed where you can yell at an official and tell him the what for. He's still motioning and pointing about how wrong the official is. And I can't help but give my speech that you got to be a good sport. Whatever happened to good sportsmanship? It's like a technical foul there. So what do we have? We have 1:49 left to play with a timeout. Matthew has been ejected by the official, and he's still crying like a baby. Matt, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous for a high school athlete to act that way, and he's being taken care of by the Beekmantown coaches, and I'm glad of it. Absolutely ridiculous. I think he thinks he's in the NHL. I think the kid thinks he's in the NHL. It's a high school sport, folks. Well, it's a shame because it's a great game, and what this does is take the focus away from the outstanding play of the Plattsburgh High School players and the Beekmantown Central players. They have played their hearts out. A great job, a great game, and for one player to kind of swing all the attention to himself is a shame. They're getting someone to serve the penalty in the penalty box on behalf of the ejected Kyle Matthew, a senior who will have quite a memory of his final high school hockey game. We're very happy that we were invited here by Fred and Marion Palmer to cover this hockey game, Section 7 semifinal. Our thanks to them. We saw a very, very hard-fought hockey game. Beekmantown led 1-0 after 1, and then it was tied at 2 after 2. And Plattsburgh in the third period, in the first 3 minutes, first 4 minutes or so, bang, 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 3 goals. Berto, Worley, and Beatrice to put the icing on the Hornets' cake. Just a minute 21 to go. A minute 5 to go. The Beekmantown goals tonight. Barrier with an assist to Buxa and Palmer. And then Seamus Foster with the assist to Buxa and Palmer. Plattsburgh's goals, Maggie, the assist to Merrill. Klodgko, the assist to Worley. Brett Berto, the assist to Beatrice. CJ Worley, the assist to Ryan Lanville and Jordan Conroy. And Pete Beatrice, the assist to Bob Rushello. 25 seconds to go. Our thanks to Mark Tiffer for his work on camera, and also a tip of our North Country Cable Network cap to Jacqueline Harding, our technical advisor. If you have a big game that you might want on television, or you want to ask about our services at North Country Cable, give me a call. There's information following this game. Email and phone number and mailing address. We'd love to talk to you about what we do at North Country Cable Network. Just 19 seconds remaining. The officials have worked hard. A great job by officials Laporte and Legree. 9.3 seconds. Plattsburgh will move on to the championship game, Section 7 hockey. Plattsburgh goes to the championship game. A great season for Beekmantown with 19 wins overall. Just 4.6 seconds. And for coach of Plattsburgh, Jamie Reedy, and his partner, Jamie Lantville, on they go to the championship. The Hornets win the semifinals and will battle for the championship. Thanks again to Mark Tiffer for his work on camera. Final score, Plattsburgh High School 5, Beekmantown Central 2. This is Foxy Gagnon on behalf of everyone at North Country Cable Network saying, as always, good night, North Country.
As the Hornets will play for the